So it's me, your little boy, Samson. So I have this message for us at this moment. Choosing one, the truth is this: they will not do what understand you. You know, if you are an engineer, you are a mechanic. What you understand is only about mechanic work. You cannot overnight become a doctor if what you based on is what is mechanic. And if you are a producer of clothes, you cannot overnight start to produce what pen when what you learn is what is this. So that is why people will not understand your journey, and that is why you ought not to explain. You get what I'm saying? Because many people will surely not understand you, no matter how you tried, because they are not like you. That is why sometimes even your own brothers whom you have been living with, your own relative whom you have been living and hanging around with for so long, they will still not understand you. Why? Because there's something deep about you. Choosing ones are like what? Are like ocean. No matter how you try to swim, no matter how you try to discover how deep an ocean is, you can't guess it. You can only guess. That is why people will not understand you. Some will say you are mad. Some will say you are crazy. Some will say you are stupid. Some will say you are this, you are that. But at the end, they will come to understand that they themselves are so funny. That they themselves are making the worst mistake of their life by calling you all that name. Because if the way you move, so we said you are this, you are that. The way you do your stuff, the way you start your work, the way you do your things. Why? Because eyes have not seen, neither have ear heard what God is about to do with your life. So no matter how you try to convince them, they won't understand. Because many are blind, but they will be acting as if they are seeing. Believe me, they will never understand you. You know what I'm saying? That's why some people say, hey, this thing you are doing is not good. You ought not to do it in this way. You ought not to, because they won't understand. They will not understand. That's why sometimes the moment you start to do the moment you start to be yourself, many people will be against you. It's not their fault sometimes, because they don't understand what it takes to be choosing. They don't understand that there's something different. There's something really different about you. That's why you need not to convince them, because they will never understand your mission. They will never understand you. You know what I'm saying? So many people won't understand you. Some will call you crazy, some will call you this, some will call you, some will tell you that you don't even know what you have, your plan. Some will even tell you that you don't know what you are doing. Why? Because many of them are blind to understand the fact that you are a chosen. That whatsoever you touch and whatsoever you put in your hand to do prosper. That is what they don't understand. Many of them find it difficult to understand the fact that as a choosing, anything you put your hand to do, anything you decide to put your hand to do, always turn for your favor. This is what a lot of them don't understand. This is what many of them find difficult to understand. That you are a choosing. That whatsoever you put your hand, you said I want to do, always prosper at the end. That's why sometimes some of them will say, hey, yade, and at the end, they will start to hear, that thing is started, that small thing, it's now growing like this. Someone we have mocked, someone we have laughed at, someone we have rejected, think that they can't do it. How come do you just succeed overnight? How come do you just do it overnight? How come do you just make it overnight? Why? Because many of them will surely be shocked at the end of the journey. Many of them who don't understand you. That's why sometimes if you tell your brothers, your sisters, your uncles, your nephews, your friends that this is the kind of job that you are ready to do, this is what you love in doing, many of them will not support you. Why? Because they can't understand you. Many of them will not care. Why? Because they don't know where you are heading to. And at the middle or at the end of the journey, they will understand that you make the right decision. That is so many of them will start to call you all sorts of names. Why? Because they can't understand you. And you are too big to do what to study and to get. Remember, if you have not subscribed, kindly subscribe and thumbs up the bell. May God bless you.